Welcome back to Street Beat. Director of Communications John Owens and Marci Fitch, volunteer manager, are here with us today to talk about Forgotten Harvest. Welcome to Street Beat.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
John, can you tell us about Forgotten Harvest and how you help feed the hunger in Metro Detroit?
Well, Forgotten Harvest was founded by a single woman that had a vision that she could actually rescue food that would normally be going to the waste in landfills. And that was about 25 years ago. And we've now grown from Dr. Nancy Fishman's vision to an organization that has 34 trucks that were out on the road every day of the week rescuing food that would otherwise go to waste with major grocer donors, distributors, farms, etc. Anywhere we can pick up surplus or prepared food that would go to waste, we're out picking that up.
That's wonderful, because it shouldn't just be thrown away.
Should not. There's too much waste in our country. We estimate that there are probably 96 billion pounds of food at least wasted every year that would have been perfectly good to eat.
So how many people in the Metro Detroit area face hunger?
Well, we know that the poverty rate, which is the way we measure hunger in our area, is 1 in 5. We think there are more people struggling with hunger and a lack of food. It's not only hunger, it's actually people that, and I think one of your previous guests talked about this, it's actually people struggling to make ends meet that have been hit in the economic crisis. That both people may be working, but working at jobs at reduced salaries. We're a way that they can reduce some of those bills, be able to pay the heat bill, the rent bill, etc.
Yeah. Marci, can you tell us a little about the volunteers and how they help Forgotten Harvest?
Sure. Volunteers are absolutely critical to our mission. We couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. We rely solely on the volunteers to repack the 45.5 million pounds of food that we rescue every year. So they're pretty important.
Yes, and are you always looking for more volunteers?
Yes, we are. You know, in our warehouse repack, we have shifts 3 days a week. So, and each one of those shifts, we can accommodate 50 volunteers. So my job is to get about 150 volunteers a day, and sometimes that can be challenging. So currently, yes, we're definitely looking for volunteers to help us repack.
And where's the best way people can reach out to you to participate?
Well, we try to make it easy. Individuals can register online at ForgottenHarvest.org. Groups do need to register through me, so they can email me, phone calls, and get them scheduled in.
And John, where can someone go if they're in need of food and of assistance?
A couple different ways. Number one, come to our website at ForgottenHarvest.org. There's a small tab, Get Help. They can list their zip code, and there'll be a number of agencies that we distribute food to that they can go to and they can call. Another way that we advocate is to go to the United Way. United Way can help people with emergency food. Oftentimes people need food right then. Foreclosure, fires, damage to their homes. We strongly suggest they use the United Way and talk with them about where they can go to get food.
So with the cutback in food stamps, how is that affecting the distribution of food? You
know, it really is tragic in many different ways. We estimate that the average person will get about $4.50 a day to eat out of food stamps, and now there's reductions across the board, the average of which is about $36 per month. That can't be replaced. They're in a position where they are on benefits in the safety net, and so the only way they can do this is come to us. So we're going to have to bolster and reach out for help.
Can you tell us about your farming operation? Sounds exciting.
Well, yeah, it is. We're very proud of that. This is the third year that we've been involved in farming. We first started with local farmers in Macomb and Oakland County and rescued surplus food, which we continue to do. We rescued about 100,000 pounds of food. The following year, after we had made friends with so many farmers, there were farmers that said, why don't you farm on our lands? We have about 37 acres, and it was distributed across Macomb and Oakland County. And so we harvested about 440,000 pounds of fresh produce on land that people had donated for our use. Last year, a wonderful donor by the name of Nora Maroon said, oh, I have a family farm. Why don't you come up here? It's right outside of Fenton. 75 acres are under harvest, another 15 acres have outbuildings and equipment. And just this past week, the Ram people, Ram truck brand, Case IH tractors, donated over $400,000 worth of farm equipment. So next
Wow.
year, we'll
More
probably
food.
double what we did this year and under harvest. So we have actually 3 full-time farmers up there working that. And of course, thanks to Marci, we've had over 2,800 volunteers come over the past year. Volunteers are a lifeblood of the farms.
We're almost out of time. Is there anything you want to quickly add?
Yes, thank you. Actually, Nicole Hines is our farm activities coordinator. So I coordinated last year, but if they would like to register to help harvest at our farm, you can call Nicole, and she'd be happy. We can take groups of up to 100.
Oh, wonderful.
We've had 120 volunteers up there. So, you know, those are great volunteer opportunities for all
Yeah.
kinds. Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us today.
Thank you
For
for
more
having us.
information on Forgotten Harvest, you can visit forgottenharvest.org. Coming up, take a look at how one service center is helping families in need when Street Beat returns.